today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
To kick off for the Raiders.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, go. Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. It's caught by Treadwell. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Hayden Hurst, originally drafted by these Ravens, a first-round pick in 2018. And he was sort of overshadowed by Mark Andrews, who was a 4th-round pick that year. So Baltimore shipped him to Atlanta the offseason in a package that wound up netting the Ravens J.K. Dobbins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 37-yard line.
On the counter, Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
3-3.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. Some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Gurley again here on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. The throw left side complete to Treadwell.
Ryan's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Carr going to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley.
Complete to count.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And 3.
From the gun, Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And to Las Vegas.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
throwing his car on third down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
At the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Nothing but defense this game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Jalen Richard, the ball carrier.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Carr gives to Richard. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Raiders 9. Falcons.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. From the gun, Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rhythm throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver before the defense can react. Maybe not take so many shots downfield, just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Right?
I love it. I love it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Ryan on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalized on.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Holding offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
Complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
1st and goal.
As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. Take it.
Mid-Island didn't make the tackle.
And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start with a little East versus West in the AFC. And it's the LA Chargers heading east to take on Buffalo. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. The Chargers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Phillip Rivers, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. At their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
At the 45-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quickly, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Richard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Dancing to his left.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
They just don't want me to have a good game on defense. Gave up a huge run with no time
so now
left before
Carr, he'll lead the
halftime.
Raiders up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here's Oliver. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Raiders.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Still 1-1 up. Boss keeps landing it. Put the D in hard. LOL for real. Go Hawk.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Operating from the gun. Carr, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 5 yards.
From the gun, Carr. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
What the actual fuck was that? You see how rigged Madden is now? Wide open, no pressure,
The
real wild
Falcons
ass
take
pass
over
right
1st
to the
and 10
guy.
at the 40-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
33-yard line.
To throw is Ryan. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. We'll check on his status when we get back. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
29.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still that in this performance.
Number 21, Todd Gurley.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
To win any route, you've got got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
4-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Carr completes it, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
Complete to Derek.
Nice job there of utilizing his big
So
target. He
what I
didn't
know how
overthink
lifted is now I was
Understands the
just
catch
talking with
radius.
Joe
Understands that he
Crowder
knows how
about
to
how
use his
lifted is,
body
and
to
they
keep
literally
defenders away
quoted in
from
the
the
game
ball.
plan.
And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And you have it on a certain difficulty there.
Carr
Make
now
sure
on
that you
1st
won't
down.
be doing good. It's all work.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And they'll get this down to the 10.
You got them
12 yards there and a 1st down.
He was taken.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
27. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Oliver. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan will throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and it can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates again.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Carr. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And here now come the Falcons. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
That was
Sense
the
of
dagger,
urgency has to take
dagger.
over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
To throw again, Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running
Yes,
the team
I
that
know,
you could
run the
actually
clock
maybe
out.
write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On first down, Richard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Shy of midfield. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll look to throw right away. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And it's complete right back to Ridley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 45.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action now. Ryan. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. On the ground, Richard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Offside, defense.
So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Richard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles David.